Hello, friends. It's John Petersen from the Arlington Institute, and we've got a delightful interview here today with my old friend, Chris Robinson. Hello, Christopher.
Hello, John Petersen, sir.
So nice to see you. You and I met in 2002, if I remember right.
I think probably was.
That was because I had heard that you dreamed about the future. And in particular, you dreamed about 9/11 some 6 months beforehand and had tried to alert the American government through the American embassy there in London and were unsuccessful at it. But that caught my attention. And so it was sometime early in 2002, I believe it was, that I connected with you over in London. And we've had a delightful kind of relationship since, where we've gotten you back here to Berkeley Springs a number of times. And we've kept on an ongoing kind of relationship. And the thing that's intriguing to me about what you and what you do is that as a futurist, there are, a variety of unconventional ways in which one can kind of think about what might be inbound that has kind of like never happened before. I mean, everything perhaps in the future kind of in a way hasn't happened before, but we're into a space where we're charting some new territory. And so you can play in that space with tarot cards or tarot cards. You can do psychics, and you can do, there's a variety of different kind of places and ways in which you can do that. We had Joni Patry with us, who was a very well-known astrologer in our transition talks last month. And she was a big hit, and she has all these projections. And I've got Penny Kelly, who is an intuitive and a psychic, and she has projections, but you're the only guy that I know who dreams about the future and has a really interesting kind of track record of doing that. I mean, you've worked for law enforcement and intelligence organizations there in the UK. And as I remember right, you got your start as an undercover guy working with infiltrating
Yes.
crime groups or something like that. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, if to keep it quite quick, if I go back to 1976, I got approached by somebody who worked with an intelligence organization. And I had a meeting with him. It was suggested that I would be really useful doing all these kind of crazy things. And I was 25 years old, and it sounded cool to become James Bond, or I don't know. And I agreed to do that. And I got shipped to 2 or 3 places outside of the UK to learn some stuff and meet some more people, and then got shipped back. And the first thing was an anti-mafia thing that was going on between.
Yeah, well, you've got a wonderful kind of history of working in some really
crazy things,
interesting, strange places. But then something happened to you. You had an epiphany of sorts that suddenly brought you into quite a different space.
Yeah, I mean, basically what had happened, 2 things. My grandmother had died, and I'd been with her moments before she died, and we had a little conversation. And within a month of that, anyway, I was with some drug smugglers in a boat and had a heart attack in the middle of the night, and managed to survive that. But that experience was extraordinary because I had felt the pains in my chest. This is in the middle of the night. And then I find myself floating up through the superstructure of this boat. into this big, bright, white light. And I'm aware that I'm struggling to breathe. And in this, I don't know what it was, spaceship, I don't know what it was. In this place, there were all these strange looking beings. And they said, Christopher, you don't have to breathe anymore. You're coming with us. And I'm thinking, no, sorry, I'm not coming with you. And I had an argument with them. And whoever was the leader of this, whoever they were, said to me, if we allow you to go back, you have to live in both worlds. And I said, fine, I'm up for that. Just send me back. But they then said, why don't you want to come? And I said, well, who is going to help Frank if I die now? If I come with you, he's got no one to help him. And he was somebody that had been set up and framed by police and other people for something I absolutely knew he was innocent of. Absolutely 100%. I knew he'd been set up. So they said, well, because you've not asked for something for you, you've asked to help somebody else. If you do agree to live in both worlds, we'll let you go back.
This is really great. Let's just keep going so we don't run out of time here. So did you see COVID? Did you see that coming?
Well, you remember me asking you about Corona. And on the 6th of September, 2019, I dreamt I was with my grandmother in the house she lived in when I was a small boy at school. And in this dream, she looked at me and she said, Christopher, come with me. And we went to the cupboard under the stairs where she kept the soft drinks. Now, in England, when I was growing up until probably, I don't know, a teenager, the biggest soft drink company that was everywhere was Corona. You had all the different flavors, but the company was Corona. And she went with me into this cupboard under the stairs, and she took a bottle and shook it, flipped open the top, and it sprayed everywhere. And she said to me, Christopher, Corona is out of the bottle. It's going to spread everywhere, and it could kill up to half the world's population.